Hello guys, Layde Dei here. Today is Sunday, November 24th. It's about 9:30 p.m. I just got in about 15 minutes ago and decided to record. I kind of want to touch on three things. Vibrations. Uh, the other thing is desires. And touch on karmic justice as well. Now on the vibrations, in my last video, I talked about Nikola Tesla, how he explained the vibrations being ESP, like exactly the same in principle. Like if you hit a cymbal, the little triangle, like in a music instruments, the vibrations would go somewhere and bounce off and then come back. I want to kind of explain that how the vibrations work and why you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone, why you should not be jealous of an ex. You shouldn't be jealous of a new person coming in. They're never going to vibrate at your frequency. So the relationship you have with one person is not going to be the relationship that they have with that person, because you're two different people. I'll give you an example. I have 3 daughters. I love all my daughters the same. But my relationship with each one of them is different because they're different. So what I have with one, they each have part of my personality, but it's a different part of my personality. So when I'm with them, my vibe is different with each one of them. That would be the same. Say you have a friend, and your friend may dislike someone, and then they want you to dislike them. But when you meet the person that your friend don't like, y'all get along fine. That's because you are vibrating at different frequencies. So you never have to really feel like, feel intimidated because someone else is coming around your friend and think they can steal them. No. The relationship that you have with whoever that you're with is unique. So you don't have to feel threatened by anybody else, because nobody else is going to vibe on your level. They're never going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. So on the vibrations too, when I talked about how you attract, which we know we do, who we are, it may not be everything about that person is like you, but if you actually are honest with yourself and you check within, it is actually something about you that drew that person in. Another example would be, at one point when I moved here, I was getting older, in my 50s. I had spent all of that time being celibate and going to school, and want to make sure I didn't bring anyone around my daughters. So I didn't focus on me. So when I got here, I turned 52, and that was the first time I had actually got anything on my own. I had my home in Arizona when I was married, but for me to actually get something by myself, my first apartment and everything. So I got that at 52, and then it was just like, okay. Even prior to that, when I got here, I didn't have a job immediately, and I wasn't working. And I knew I was going to draw to me where I was, so I didn't want to date. It's like, no, not until I get myself together, because wherever you are, like say if you riding the bus, you're going to meet somebody on the bus. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. So you have to look and see, okay, what do I have going on? I always kind of do a self-evaluation to see what's going on with me. Am I really ready? It's like, what do you want? Do you really want to date yourself? And so, because it was somebody, when I was here and I was at a point, it's just like I just wanted to have fun, and I just danced around my apartment. You would swear I was Ginger Rogers, and it's like, where's Fred Astaire? Because I would slide across my floor and everything. I was so happy. I just wanted to have fun. And then I drew to me, but I was going through that menopause. Now, during that menopause, you kind of moody. It's stuff that was going on in my head that would make Eddie Murphy and all of these comedians that do all of that profanity. It was in my head. Now, I never said it out loud, but it was in there. So I met this guy. He was just like me. He just wanted to have fun. I call him a beautiful man. He just wanted to have fun. But he had a mouth. Now, he didn't know that was part of who I was because I didn't outwardly do it, but it was on the inside of me. I mean, he was a beautiful person. And the thing that impressed me about him is he was all about personal growth. You know, every day he wanted to be better. He would go to Bible studies on a Friday. I was really impressed with that. He was not in a hurry to move forward in the relationship. He was taking his time. So that was what I drew to me, you know, and because that is exactly where I was. Now, that's what I want to talk about on the vibrations thing. So don't feel like threatened by an ex that comes around, because they are never going to be you. The relationship you have with the person that you with is not the relationship that they have. And the fact that they are an ex is a reason for that. So even going forward, don't even be upset if they get a new person, because even with the new person, it's not going to be the relationship that you guys had. So that's what I want to talk about on that.